Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take a break from my normal stuff. Usually, if you tune into the channel, and I want to thank all my dozens and dozens of viewers. Usually, I do like a This Day in History, or I make a cocktail, or try to do something to make you guys laugh. But today isn't really like that, so I apologize. This is a kind of a video confessional little exercise and just me running my mouth to try to make myself feel better. Over the past couple of weeks, flipping around Twitter, I've seen some, I'm going to say, attacks on teachers. Now, let me say this: a couple things. First off, yes, I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher for 15 years. I taught in various schools. I do not speak for any of the teachers' unions. These are just my personal thoughts. But I figured if some politicians and some non-politicians can take pop shots at what I do, my colleagues do, what my family does, I think I have the right to fire a few shots back in a verbal sense here. So this video goes out to Donald Trump Jr., Representative Boebert, whatever, Lauren Boebert, that nut job, and Representative Green. Seen several tweets, and even Don Jr. graced us with a video, these tweets talking about how the schools have failed. We need to get the schools back open. Folks, before COVID, pre-COVID, in a time before time, pre-COVID, schools had to deal with a lot of issues. Post-COVID, and this is really what this video is going to be about, and I might meander from time to time, so I apologize. Just a lot to get off my chest. First off, schools have been open for COVID. The buildings may not have been open, but teachers, support staff, guidance counselors, social workers, child study team, we've all been working. We've been working from home. This notion that we haven't been working, this needs to stop, quite frankly. And look, if foul language offends you and your sensitivities, you might want to stop watching now. Because by saying that schools, that we're failing kids, bullshit. We have been working our asses off to provide every service possible for our kids, not students, our kids. That's how close we are to the job. Now, let's take a little back in time here. So now all of a sudden, the Republican Party, and look, folks, I really don't even consider myself a Democrat. I'll take pop shots at anybody. Call balls and strikes on this. Yeah, I'm a Bernie Sanders guy. So if you watch my video and some of my other videos, you see me wearing my Bernie Sanders t-shirt. Yeah, I'm a Bernie Sanders guy. Come at me. But let's back this up just a wee bit. 15 years of education. I've been here for No Child Left Behind, which was a George Bush initiative. I've been here for Race to the Top and CORE, which was an Obama initiative. Every time there's a decision about education, very seldom do they come and talk to teachers. That's a top-down approach. They don't come to us and say, hey, what do you guys think about this? We just institute, or we got to carry out the policies that are decided by people who, quite frankly, have never been in a classroom. I've been around for a little bit, and every time there's a social issue that comes up, obesity, don't worry, schools are going to take care of it. Mass shootings, don't worry, schools are going to take care of it. Mental health, schools got it. Dude, we cover everything. So the argument that we're failing kids, dude, we're doing more for kids than schools have ever done. We love our kids. But your party, let's take a little trip back in time here, shall we? So I'm going to call the Republicans the Bombs and Bullets Party. Now all of a sudden, you want to get involved in education. When a few years ago, when the Obama administration wanted to make preschool universal, your party squealed like a pig under a gate. Folks, when we talk about the budget, right, that's the one thing Republicans want to talk about. Oh, the budget, oh, the budget. 57% of our federal budget goes toward military spending. Depending on the chart you look at, let's ballpark it 5%. And in some cases, that's very generous. 5% is spent on education. But the Bombs and Bullets Party, when Obama wanted to make preschool universal, That's what they cried about. Oh, the cost, the cost, the cost. Never mind the fact that they had earmarked the military for $1 billion for new tanks. Don't even get me started on that. At a time when the military was saying, look, we don't need more weapons, right? This is the U.S. military saying this. We don't need more weapons. We need you guys to invest money in the education because we got people coming into the service who can't read. And I'm not shitting on the military. I myself never served, but my family, dude, I can trace my family lineage in the U.S. military back to the Civil War days. All right, so I'm not shitting on the military. I got a lot of love, a lot of respect for them. Folks, if the Republicans really cared about the military, our soldiers wouldn't be able to qualify for food stamps. Go look at the salaries of U.S. service people. It's brutal. But the bombs and bullets party, no. We can't get money for supplies. We can't get money for pre-K. We can't. How about this? When Michelle Obama adopted as her little program getting more money for school lunches. Now, depending on where you go, the school lunches are horrendous. To get an extra 6 cents. Not the movie. I'm talking a nickel and a penny. 6 cents to be spent per meal. That bill proposal was thicker than my thigh. And I got meaty thighs. No money for supplies. No money for food. No money send the wee ones to pre-K. But now all of a sudden, Republicans want to get involved in education. The bombs and bullets party are now going to dictate to me, tell me I'm failing. Listen here, Donnie, your father was a jabroni. You are a jabroni. If you don't know what it is, go ask Google. The idea that we're failing kids, we have taken everything we've done in the physical building, we're now doing virtually. My school district, as well as other school districts here in the great state of New Jersey, in order to help with food instability, right? Because I don't know if you guys are aware, there's about 30 million Americans, including kids, they live in food insecurity. We got them county EBT cards so that they can go and get food. We were providing breakfast and lunch for kids. School districts have been delivering this or setting up pickup sites. My wife's school district are literally going door to door checking on people. Who are you, my friend, to tell us we're not doing our jobs? Yeah, I remember when your old man was running for the presidency, he said, oh, my kids aren't getting involved. He's gotten real mouthy over the past 4 years, talking about stuff you know very little about. And you know what? You're going to attack me, my colleagues, my friends, my coworkers, and start talking about our integrity and what do we do? I find it very hard to sit here with a smile on my face and have my integrity questioned. Didn't your family get banned from running charities in New York? As far as Green and Boebert, bro, you guys, you're way out of pocket here. You're a little bit new to the scene, and I'm not just saying this to be insulting. You don't know Green. You just got kicked off of your positions because let's face it, you're a nut job. You're QAnon. I'm going to take my lessons from you. Good luck with that. Schools have stepped up and filled the needs for their kids. If there are failures, it's not on our part. Schools do not exist in a vacuum. Schools can only succeed if the towns and the cities, the states that they reside in are doing well. As far as the powerful teachers unions, Donnie kept talking about that, the powerful teachers unions. Here's the thing, it's not one union. It's there is the American Federation of Teachers, but then you get into your local, state, and local representatives. When it comes to unions, let's dispel with this myth that we're all powerful. The fact of the matter is, unions are there to protect their workers, to give us legal representation should something go wrong, should there be a need for that. Having worked in private schools where we have, or I should say had, because I'm no longer in a private school, no representation, that at the whim of we'll call them admin, changes are made. If they came to me Monday, say, Polly, clean out your desk Wednesday. Now, I know for some Republicans, that's like that's the way it should be. No. Why is it every time Every time there's a problem, you guys want to shut down unions. Go look at the states where the unions don't have any teeth or where there are no unions. Florida, teachers have to negotiate their salaries every year. What unions are allowed to do, we're able to negotiate time and money. Why is it in every other arena, schools are failing, we got to privatize schools. All private schools do is a transfer of public money to private pockets. And no disrespect here. It's a service, just like the police department. The town I live in, when it comes to the police, we got to raise taxes, we got to take care of the cops. And I'm not bad-mouthing cops, okay? I'm not. But it's a service. The same town that, we had to raise money for the police, when it came to saving jobs for the fire department, the firemen, my grandfather was a fireman. I got a great affection for the firemen. They cut their salaries to keep one of the firehouses open. Again, bombs and bullets, we got money for days. Other services. Education's a service, just like the post office is a service. This idea that we have to somehow turn these into money-making ventures, no, we don't. Education is the great equalizer. Here's how important education is in this country. Little pop quiz. What are the two things... Yeah, I know, baby. Daddy's going off the rails here. What are the two things that are free to you as a point of service? And don't quote me, the Constitution. No. I'm talking actual goods and services that are free to you. A lawyer and an education. But yet these people want to turn around and vilify us. You know what, Donnie boy? Let's break this down. I remember your dad and his company, I shouldn't say company, his panel, because, your dad's companies are jokes, saying that your dad wouldn't allow the virus to come here. Your father's lackluster response, your father's team, your father's political party's lackluster response. Teachers are not responsible for the economy. And to turn around and tell us, and I'm going to throw Dr. Oz under the bus here. Dr. Oz, in the beginning of this, said, well, if only 2 or 3% of people die, in schools. Governor Christie, same thing. Who are you to gamble with my life? It's bad enough teachers have to take on the very real responsibility that, hey, you know what? We might get shot going to work. And your response is, that's just the way it is. Got to get the doors open. You know what the scary part about all this is? I mean, let's forget about the fact that I think at recording of this, the total death toll is approaching 500,000. We got about 20 million, 24 million people sick. We haven't had a school shooting in a year. Not because we improved security. And by the way, these jabronis over here, Green and Bo Burt, whatever that. Yeah, I really can't even say her name because it sounds like a breakfast cereal. You folks want to give us guns. We don't want guns. We want supplies, and we want a vaccine, and we want a safe environment.